I will say this. I really hope whoever hears this really does understand that there is a God. Because the people who claim that there was a God, or that is a God, there is a God. And I was assuming the one they thought was for our best good, our highest timeline, or a benevolent being, a loving being. I've come to realize some people just lie about it. Some people say it but don't believe it. Some people make it their whole life. But then they really, at the end of the day, don't believe. I personally think you're in for a pretty sad ending. Because I think I'm about to tell you a pretty amazing story.
Maybe someone who's kind of feeding off your emotions to some extent. Maybe you've suffered from some kind of infections. So maybe this person had like commitment issues.
Oh my God!
Maybe they're always trying to start drama. You were disappointed by this person for some reason. Prime Creator's bringing this up. That's what I'm saying. Prime Creator, man. Right, Spirit, they want you to know this person.
Hey guys, I've decided to come back on and to continue my story for Halloween. I was planning on posting every day, but that first post was official post was a bit tough on me. But I promised myself, and I promised God and Pops that I would do my best. So here I am. And like I've said, I don't plan on spilling any nasty tea, but I do plan on telling the truth in the most positive, productive way I know how. But it is something I feel I need to do, and an opportunity that I have to be authentic and to serve what I feel is God's will. But I have decided I'm going to try to do this in sort of a fun, kind of more lighthearted, yet still really just messed up, interesting story. And what I'm telling you is totally true. But maybe we'll turn it into a game of Clue. And if you guys don't know, Clue is a old board game, a Who Dunnit kind of family friend fun game. And maybe you can figure out, like, and maybe some of you actually know, and can give me some clues as to who is out with all of this effery. Now, I'm not going to say I'm completely innocent, because I'm not. I'm not completely innocent. I'm no angel. Well, not in that sense. Let's put it that way. But I'm not perfect by any freaking means. I am human. I think we're all kind of part alien. But I am content in telling the truth. The important truth. So, right now, if you haven't seen it, I was in a pretty strange car accident. My first response, right before I got into the accident, was that I felt that somebody had purposely willed this incident upon me. Maybe a couple people, maybe more. Let me also say that I do believe in the law of attraction, and that I do have control over at least my reality. And that at the same time as I'm creating my reality, we're co-creating with those that we can see, hear, you know, unless they're an NPC, which some of these people are very quickly becoming, to me at least. I was in what is considered a major car accident. My car was totaled. I was driving about 60 miles an hour, and I crashed my car head on to a car traveling 15 on the interstate. They were traveling 15 miles an hour to try to get to the right lane, and I nailed them. But right before I hit them, I had the strangest thought that somebody had purposely willed this for me. And I'm not saying that there may have been some things that would have made them feel that they, I don't know, were justified in doing this. I haven't always been the nicest. I've said some pretty terrible things to people where they might want to unalive me. Hey, maybe I came close to unaliving myself. I don't know. So I guess I should include my game as, you know, like, I'll be one of the characters. Did I do this to myself? Sure, if you want to take it to that degree. But I personally think this was a co-creation. I think I'm involved in a few different strange scenarios where I've kind of realized that I'm either totally and completely paranoid, which honestly, I don't think I am, or I've just had a lot of people. First of all, I will say I have a lot of people that do support me. Up to this point, I've said the majority of people support me and understand my character. And until recently, some of the ones I thought supported me the most, or at least trying to, I didn't know that people would be so covertly malicious. Some of them understanding what they're doing, and others unconscious of their actions. I don't know what's more dangerous. You know, I've always kind of said, I personally think like sometimes people that are unconscious are more dangerous. But maybe the people who do know what they're doing, you know, of course they're malicious, but they're definitely, in that sense, damned. Excuse me. But let me see if there's anything else I want to say. We'll start with this. Wow, this is going to be really tough. It's going to be really, really tough. I really don't want to out these people. Not strange to know that you really want to tell a story about people you think are really understand that they're trying to off planet you. And I don't mean like let you fly off in a spaceship, like that it would be easier to get rid of you than it would be to tell the truth. Yet at the same time, I still don't want to hurt their feelings. I keep hearing, make that make sense. And I also understand that's what they were counting on. I have to keep reminding myself that. I'll start off with a dumb, stupid story example. And I'm not trying to make you sound bad, but because I actually think it's a funny story. But I'll start with this. There was a point in time that I had gained some weight. I didn't care. I did not care. To the point where the person who birthed me, that'll make it easier for me to say, I thought this was really funny, but they had bought me, I was living alone at the time with 6 dogs, but they bought me like 100 pounds of dog food and 20 pounds of dog bones and 2 cases of strawberry Slim Fast. And then told me, look, now your whole family can eat. Me and my dogs. And I just, that's like one of my strangely favorite memories. Makes me laugh. It's pretty freaking funny. But I didn't have the heart to tell them that if they wanted me to lose weight, strawberry Slim Fast has a really high sugar content. And even though I absolutely love sugar, I don't want it from a strawberry Slim Fast. I just don't. But I just couldn't tell them. I did not have the heart to hurt their feelings. So like I said, I haven't wanted to hurt feelings, but I have promised to at least be authentic and to tell my story. And or to write it, to get it out, to do something with it. But I don't have the heart to. And you know what? It's not my responsibility. It's not my responsibility to not hurt their feelings, I guess. Some ego, I guess. But in this case, it is my responsibility to tell the truth. And I've had a community of people, biological family, married family, employees, co-workers, friends in the community, people I've known a freaking long time. I thought I could trust them. And like I said, the majority of them, I still think I can. I mean, none of us are perfect, but I guess sometimes we realize that we're our biggest blind spot. And I've never been disillusioned by that. I mean, that's the truth. But of course, when it comes to what is my truth, I've realized time and time again, hilariously, that I wind up being the butt of my own jokes. Because I'll sit and talk about somebody else's character, and not character meaning like, you know, they're bad or anything, but, well, they might act like this because this is what happened to them. Never realizing that in some of the major cases, I was talking about myself. I will say this. I really hope whoever hears this really does understand that there is a God. Because the people who claim that there was a God, or that is a God, there is a God. And I was assuming the one they thought was for our best good, our highest timeline, or a benevolent being, a loving being. I've come to realize some people just lie about it. Some people say it but don't believe it. Some people make it their whole life. But then they really, at the end of the day, don't believe. I personally think you're in for a pretty sad ending. Because I think I'm about to tell you a pretty amazing story.